Rockstar has just done something really amazing for GTA Online players. Well, some of them at least. It's special, it's unique, and it's bringing some excitement as well as a chance to earn some extra in-game cash. But there is a twist that might not sit well with everyone here, so stay tuned today as we unfold what's going on, who gets to participate, and why I think on the surface this is a really great thing for this game and its player base, but there is just one little, albeit very important problem. So with that being said, let's jump in. We'll start with what exactly Rockstar is doing here that I think is so great, but also why is it such a huge problem? Well, what they're doing is it's only benefiting players in Italy here. It's still pretty amazing to see overall. What Rockstar is doing is they're launching a pizza delivery community challenge specifically for Italian players. And the goal here is to deliver a massive 250,000 pizzas, and so all players will get $500,000 in extra cash. Now, TezFun2 tweeted about it on Thursday, and Chief Mokum on Reddit actually spotted it and pointed it out. I guess because he got the alert from Rockstar over, as I'm sure many Italian players. But how does this work? It's simple, but it's challenging. You need to jump into the pizza delivery odd job at one of the 3 specific locations across the map. We have the one in Del Perro, there's the one in downtown Vinewood, and then Mission Row. And once there, you'll hop on the Pagasi Pizza Boy scooter, and it's basically go time. You have to deliver pizzas to 5 different customers' addresses within a set time limit. The faster you get there, the hotter the pizza will be for your customers, and the bigger the tip for your own side hustle. And Italy's top GTA Online content creators are also going head-to-head in a week-long live streaming event which started on Thursday, and the stakes for that? Basically, the winning team will unlock an additional $500,000 reward for all GTA Online players, once again just in Italy. And what's even more enticing about a challenge like this is the pizza delivery missions are already paying out double money this week in game, so even while you're grinding for this challenge, you're earning that double cash, which is about probably what, $400,000 to $425,000, maybe $450,000 per hour, depending on how quick you are at it. Now let's talk about what this means for players and why this could be huge for the game itself. Well, first, obviously, I do love that Rockstar is starting to experiment more with these community-driven challenges. It's something players have been wanting more of for a long time. You know, this goes way back in the life cycle of the game where we wanted something like this. We want ways to work together as a group to accomplish something meaningful in this game and get a good reward for it. It's also refreshing to see that Rockstar is actually rewarding players with some extra in-game money for engaging with this kind of content instead of just relying on the usual grind. But here's the thing. While it's awesome to see Rockstar stepping up with these events, I wish they would do it more consistently and not just for players in specific countries. Imagine if every week we had different countries that were pitted against each other in various challenges. For example, maybe one week it could be which country earns the most money running Martin Madrazo contact missions, and then the next week it could be Acid Lab sales. You know, the possibilities there are honestly endless. Players love that sense of competition and community, so why not give everyone that experience, no matter where they're from? I get it though, specifically with this challenge. I mean, of course it makes sense. The pizza delivery challenge is aimed at the Italian player base. Same thing with those Italian YouTubers going head-to-head streaming their pizza delivery grind. But the point I'm trying to make here is how often do we see a niche-down community challenge like this? Usually when we have a community challenge in GTA Online, it's global and it's applied to the entire player base, no matter what region you're in. It also has a pretty lame reward of, you know, either some t-shirt with a logo on it from the game or a baseball cap with an in-game logo as opposed to cold hard cash, which I think most players would prefer, right? Maybe even, why not both rewards, right? Similar to what we get with the standard in-game weekly challenges. Now don't get me wrong, again, the pizza delivery challenge is like a nice little step in the right direction. I just hope that Rockstar expands it beyond Italy and makes community challenges like this a regular part of the game, because who knows when they're going to get something like that again. Global events, friendly competition, as well as more frequent rewards would make GTA Online even more engaging and fun for everyone, in my opinion. Rockstar, if you're listening, we want to see more of this, but on a much bigger scale here. We all know if they just devoted even one day to planning this, they could line up a full year's worth of challenges for specific regions of the world, or even global challenges as well for nations to compete against each other, but they seem content with just dropping a few weeks of drip feed for their DLCs, some good money bonuses on businesses in the game, 2, maybe 3 times a year at max to get players back onto the game every now and again, and that's it. GTA 5 Online, at least for me, is such a fun game to play, and I think many people would agree with that. And if the developers just had more events happening, that would breathe some much needed fresh air into the game during the stale months where the entire player base just waits for the next DLC, which honestly, when that releases, players don't even like it anymore anyway, because it's just going to be a couple new missions and a couple new cars, and that's about it. But if they started doing more of these events every single week, or even like once a month, and it was like a global thing, this game would truly be a 10 out of 10 experience if Rockstar just took more care during the downtime months of this game. But I want to hear from you guys. What do you think about this exclusive event? Are you excited about the idea of more community-driven challenges like this? Or are you feeling left out because it's only limited right now to just one country? Love for you to drop your thoughts, suggestions, and any feedback you have in the comment section down below. I want to get a conversation going, and maybe, just maybe, Rockstar will take note and make these events more inclusive in the future. You know, I was planning on doing some of the pizza delivery missions for the rest of this video, and then I was like, you know what? Do people actually want to see me deliver pizzas on a really slow moped? I don't think so. And I also thought, man, I haven't been to my bail office in like 2 weeks. I mean, albeit I wasn't around last week because I was actually away. And then before that, you know, I was stacking so much content, I didn't really have time to like grind the game or anything like that. So now it's been like 2 weeks and I haven't done any single bounties, and it's time to get back into it. So hopefully we have like a good most wanted one to go over. I kind of just figured I should mention this too. I was talking about this on my stream, like, you know, the bail office and the bounty business is really expensive, right? Well, let's see who we have. Oh, it's Chaz Lieberman. That's awesome. So what I was getting at is people think the bail office is very expensive, and it is. For the content that you're doing and like the payouts, it's very expensive. But I don't think it's a very piss poor business, honestly. I actually think it's pretty nice. If you think about it, you do one most wanted target every single day in GTA Online. They pay out between $120,000 to $130,000, right? So let's say on average that is $125,000. Well, these bounties at most take about 10 minutes to do. So 10 minutes per day for $125,000 on average. That's over $45 million in an entire year, which for the time you spend as well, you could do a bunch of Cayo Pericos and make probably $60 million for the time spent. Like if you just think about time invested, right? The full amount of gameplay hours you put into doing most wanted targets in a full year in GTA Online, if you do and play Cayo Perico in that same amount of time, you'll make about 60 million. With the most wanted targets, you make 45 million. Is that such a bad deal? I don't think so. If you think about it that way, and you think about grinding this game, you know, we're all in it for the long haul, right? Or at least I hope so. I don't think that's a bad deal at all. All right, so let's just quickly go and take everyone out. Oh, I don't know. Is that their baby mama? What the heck? Sorry, lady. She was just, I don't think she was a part of that. Oh, well. So we're gonna go inside. We gotta get the first cell tower up on the roof, so we'll take care of that right now. Where is this guy? Okay, he's down there. Let's take you out. I feel like my AK is super weak today. Also, I forgot about how much Jeanette talks your ear off. So that is what I would say is why the most wanted targets aren't doing, because she's just, between the two, Sasanta and KDJ, and then Jeanette, man, all these guys just talk so much, it's crazy. Like, I just want to play my mission, you know? I want to have fun, shoot all these enemies, stuff like that. Is there one more guy? No. Okay, there's one more down here. So we got him. Back to the car, we gotta get to the next cell tower. But if you're wondering how I got that math on, you know, comparing most wanted targets to Cayo Perico, 10 minutes for 365 days of the year, that's 3,650 total gameplay minutes, which is about 60.8 hours. How much money can you make on Cayo Perico in 60.8 hours? Probably around 60 to what, 65, maybe $70 million, right? If you're playing solo, it's probably gonna be around that range. If you're playing like with other people, probably a little bit more. So just call it, you know, 60, even, let's just take 70, 75 million for that amount of time. But also, you know, do a most wanted target a day so you can make your $45 million with that as well. Because $125,000 on average, extrapolated once a day to 365 days out of the year, that's $45,625,000. I think that is a pretty good deal right there. You know, if you think about it from that perspective, the bail office isn't really a shakedown. Yes, it's expensive. Like, it's not a beginner-friendly business, I would argue. This is definitely a business that's going to be extremely lucrative long-term. If you're in it for the long haul of this game, if you want to play other stuff, go for it. There's better activities to play for your time spent, but this should totally be a part of players' grinding routine. And like I said, you know, I haven't played my bounties in the past couple weeks, but I make an effort basically every day to actually do the most wanted target if I can. I think that last cell tower is up here on this rooftop. Yes, it is. Okay, so we got to clear everyone else out of this spot. There's like, why are there firefighters? Oh no, that's just like a worker. I was like, I thought that was a guy in a firefighter suit. I was like, what the heck? This guy sitting right there. Oh wow, he took some health off us, took some armor. Let's see, where are these other enemies? Wait, what? I just phased through that. Oh, what the heck? Yeah, you just phase right through the railing. Oh my god, that's never happened before. Did Rockstar just change this? What happened? There's no collision on it. That's so... I've never seen that before. Does that happen to you guys when you play this mission? At least with this specific variant too? I've never noticed that happen before. I've never phased through the railing or like anything like that. That is just bizarre, I will say. That threw me off. I was not prepared for that in the slightest. I think this is just the last enemy up here, right? Okay, sweet. Now we just gotta go get Chaz after this. This is probably my favorite part of the mission, clearing out this warehouse of all the enemies, just because it's like, it's a fun interior to fight enemies in. It's a cool, you know, it's the import-export garage, right? It's your vehicle warehouse garage, or just vehicle warehouse, I guess. But it's cool. I mean, you have some of the contract missions that take place here with the vehicle recoveries at your agency, things like that. It's definitely a cool spot to take some gunfights. And that's, at least for me, that's my preferred thing in GTA Online, preferred activity. I just love all the gunfights you can get into. Wait, what? Oh, I thought I was out of armor. What did my character just do there? I was trying to take snacks for one and take armor and equip armor, and I don't know what, he just like had some weird animation. That was strange. All right, one more enemy. And, oh, Chaz is outside today too. Since when does Chaz sit here? He's usually in the office. I've never once had him out here either. That's totally new to me. And he's also extremely weak too. That's not good. Oh, sorry, Chaz. This cutscene is always hilarious. This RPG and your bounty wagon just goes flying. Like, no, my jail wagon. All right, jail van, whatever you want to call it. I'm speaking in Red Dead terms here. You guys know me. I'm a big Red Dead player. I like calling it the bounty wagon. But nonetheless, we have a bunch of enemies we gotta fight. Easy enough. No problems for the Hazard gang whatsoever. Let me know in the comments what your favorite most wanted target is. I gotta say, I think this one's my favorite. I love just how involved this mission is. Not that it's like super challenging or like crazy complex or anything like that, but it's just fun. Like, there's not a bunch of missions in this game where they're multi-step processes like this. Usually this is like split into a bunch of different missions or something, whether you're doing like heist setups and you're doing all this, or whatever the case is. So I like having this type of content to play, especially, like I said, you make that 10 maybe 15 minute time investment. This one's on the longer side actually, so this one's taken us 8 minutes so far, but nonetheless, like, you make that 10 to 15 minute time investment, and to make 125k with like some fun gunfights and things like that, I enjoy it, you know. At least this keeps me more entertained than like flying around on an Oppressor Mark II and being so bored of the game, because you guys have heard me talk about it before. Like, that, I will say, is what made me so bored of playing GTA Online. It's great for money grinding. You're way more fast, efficient. If you're looking to make money at the fastest rate possible, you got to fly your Sparrow, your Raiju, and obviously your Oppressor Mark II around. But for me, I got so burned out on playing GTA Online with that playstyle. If I continued to force it years ago, I would have quit playing. I wouldn't have been able to handle it. Just driving around like fast cars, SUVs, even like armored and weaponized vehicles are fine. Just like land vehicles for the most part. I'm not opposed to the Oppressor Mark II. You know, if I'm trying to manually crate grind, then I will use it because it makes it so much easier and faster and things like that. But if I need to fly anywhere, I'll try and take a Sparrow. You know, if I need to do content up by Paleto Bay, I'll take a Sparrow up there. So like with the bail office and the free roam bounties, that's a lot of when I'll end up using the Sparrow or even the Oppressor. But when it comes to like day-to-day grinding and just everything else I'm doing, whether it's like auto shop robberies and like all that type of stuff, I try and limit the vehicle to land vehicles, whether they're sports cars, supercars, SUVs, whatever, just because of the fact that I like just, you know, how the game plays with that type of content. All right, let's secure Mr. Chaz Lieberman and get him back to our bail office. And we are back at our bail office right now, so let's turn him in and make that juicy $130,000. So as we wrap up today's video, I just want to hear your thoughts on that community challenge that's going on in Italy right now with the pizza deliveries. If you guys want to see similar stuff, I mean, even themed to the bail office before we get the next winter update in GTA Online, it would be super cool if we could see, like, you know, challenges between countries, between like, you know, the US and some other country doing a bunch of bounties, or just, you know, just see where countries line up in terms of total money generated from doing the bounty missions, whether they're the most wanted targets or the normal blue bounty targets. I feel like that would be super sweet. But nonetheless, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed. Check me out over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. I live stream GTA Online as well as Red Dead Online several times a week over on my Twitch channel. Would love to have you guys join that live stream and be a part of that community over on there. It's just as good as the YouTube community. Anyways, I love you guys. Hope you guys all have a fantastic day, and I'll see you all in the next video. Adios, amigos.